Hello, class. This is your review for Quiz 3, covering chapters 2, 3, and 4. Ron accepts himself and his flaws. His attitude is best described as self-compassion. Self-compassion is also known as just being kind to oneself. An ability to monitor and use emotions to guide thinking and actions defines emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, think of it as favoring one's intelligence over their emotions. The ability to draw on internal resources, also known as an independence from familial and societal influences. That is autonomy. Which level of psychological health tops the Maslow pyramid? As you can see here, it's self-actualization. Self-actualization is the fulfillment of one's potential. The habitual focusing on and appreciating the positive aspects of life is gratitude. The criteria by which one makes choices about one's thoughts, actions, goals, and ideals defines values. Which type of health encompasses the ability to identify one's basic purpose in life and experience the fulfillment of achieving one's full potential? Sounds like self-actualization, but it's actually spiritual health. Okay. The tendency to seek out, remember, and expect pleasurable experiences describes optimism. Optimism is the opposite of pessimism. Severe depression, alternating with periods of manic activity and elation, defines bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder was previously referred to medically as manic depression. Which disorder can be defined as sadness that does not end? That's major depressive disorder. Inexplicable terror, usually of impending physical disaster or death, is a panic attack. Chronic distress, characterized by excessive or unrealistic apprehension that causes physical symptoms such as restlessness, fatigue, and muscle tension, and it lasts for 6 months or longer. That is generalized anxiety disorder. In other words, this person can become stressed out by most anything. The field that combines the study of the brain and the mind is neuropsychiatry. Neuropsychiatry integrates elements from psychiatry, neurology, and neuropsychology. This type of therapy centers on interpreting behaviors in terms of early experiences and unconscious influences. That's psychodynamic therapy. Psychodynamic therapy was developed by Sigmund Freud. Out of the ordinary, irrational, intense, persistent fears of certain objects or situations describes anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders are a collection of disorders, and the treatment for anxiety disorders would include behavioral therapy and medical hypnosis, possibly. Licensed medical doctors who complete medical school, a year-long internship, and a 3-year residency that provides training in psychotherapy, also known as talk therapy, psychopharmacology, and the treatment of mental disorders. We're talking about psychiatrists. A neurodevelopmental disorder that causes social and communication impairments. It's autism spectrum disorder. Did you know that 1 in 68 children have been diagnosed in the United States with autism spectrum disorder? A state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion resulting from constant or repeated emotional pressure. That is burnout. Many of us suffer from burnout, especially those who are going to school, maintaining a job, as well as a family. The nonspecific response of the body to any demands made upon it defines stress. A specific or nonspecific response agent or situation that causes the body to respond to stress is known as stressors. When the body attains a stable and consistent physiological state, it is known as homeostasis. When we go through a stressful situation, our bodies go through alarm, resistance, exhaustion. All the while, it's trying to return to homeostasis, or a constant physiological state. If we're unable to come out of a stressful situation, it actually can result in illness and even death. So knowing how to identify stress, have a method to relieve that stress from your body regularly is what we need to have a plan for, because stress can be very, very harmful to the body. Good stress is referred to as eustress. Eustress is positive stress, which stimulates a person to function properly. Bad stress is also known as distress. Distress is negative stress that may result in illness. The repeated reliving of a trauma through nightmares or recollections. Recollections might happen during the day during an awake state. That would be post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Communications that subtly exclude, negate, or nullify the thoughts, feelings, or experiential reality of a person of color. Those are micro-invalidations. Micro-invalidations are one of 3 microaggressions mentioned in your text. The other 2 are micro-assaults and micro-insults. A practice in which an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear, emotionally calm, and stable state is another definition of meditation. Meditation is a practice that ranges from ancient yoga techniques to the silence practiced by Quakers. On to our extra credit question. It will come from the Holmes and Rashi schedule of recent experiences. It is in your reference material in module 3. All of the materials that you need for your test are available in the module. Your test will open on Thursday, April 11th. Once you return from spring break, it will open at 6 a.m. on the 11th and will close at 11:59 on April 12th. 11:59 p.m. So you actually have a little more than 24 hours to complete your quiz. After quiz 3, there's only one other quiz that remains for the semester. So I hope each of you review this material and know that it will prepare you well for your exam. Your exam is 25 multiple choice questions plus one extra credit question worth 7 points. I wish you all luck and look forward to talking to you after spring break.